Hey everybody, Mike here, and as you've probably seen, the teaser trailer for Transformers Rise of the Beast has just dropped, which will be our first Transformers movie in almost 4.5 years. Now, a lot of stuff happens in this trailer, and there's probably a lot of things you didn't catch the first time, so we're going to look back at 10 things you might have missed. Number 1. After only seeing Optimus Prime with a faceplate in the Bumblebee movie, we get our first look at this version of Prime's face. But is this actually a different version of Prime from what we see in the Michael Bay movies? After a lot of back and forth of prequel or reboot talk in 2018, it looks like Paramount and Hasbro have made a decision. These movies seem to be prequels, because Optimus Prime has the exact same face as he does in the first 3 Transformers movies. Same nose, same mouth, everything is exactly the same underneath that helmet. There's no way they'd keep that design if this was not going to connect to the Michael Bay movies in some way. Number 2. In similar fashion, Optimus Prime can briefly be seen sporting his orange Energon Swords. Once again, the exact same design as what we saw in Transformers, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers Dark of the Moon, and Age of Extinction. The only movies that haven't featured these swords are The Last Knight and Bumblebee. This is another hint that this is indeed the same Prime we've been watching battle the Decepticons since 2007. Number 3. One highlight of the trailer is we get a very quick look at Airazor, the Maximal who turns into a giant falcon. You can easily see that she's breathing fire at a bridge, but who is she fighting? Well, if you look closely, it's actually Optimus Prime. I assume that this will take place before the Autobots and Maximals team up, but who knows, is the reason she's fighting Optimus more than meets the eye? Number 4. Optimus Primal tells Optimus Prime something very interesting. Of all the threats from both your past and future, you've never faced anything like this. This pretty much solidifies the idea that there will be some type of time travel shenanigans happening in this movie, which was to be expected thanks to the inclusion of Primal and the Maximals. Typically, any inclusion of the Maximals relates to time travel, as they are descendants of the Transformers we all know. But why exactly are the Maximals time traveling? We might have to wait until next summer to know for sure. Number 5. While absent throughout much of the trailer, we do actually get a blurry look at Nightbird flying through the sky in the final battle. She transforms into a Nissan Skyline R33 GTR and is one of the film's Terracons. We can tell this is her due to the same purple we see in her car form. Number 6. It's kinda crazy how quickly this scene flies by, but it definitely looks like Bumblebee will either die temporarily or be sidelined throughout part of the movie. After being stabbed by Scourge, it's followed by this giant blue electric blast. Right after this blast, you can actually see Bumblebee lifelessly slump down. Now obviously I don't see them killing off their moneymaker and fan favorite Bumblebee, but this will definitely be a serious turning point in the film. Number 7. During the final battle, there are a bunch of very thin Transformers in the background. What these guys are is hard to say at this point, but they seem to be on the side of the Terracons. My guess is there's some basic Terracon drones for the Autobots and Maximals to take out without offing any of the main villains. Number 8. After Scourge stabs Bumblebee, we get a really good look at his face. And when you look at that, it's the exact same shape as the Terracon insignia. This is actually very similar to what almost happened in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Since the Fallen was the first Decepticon, early concept art made his face look identical to the Decepticon insignia. Number 9. There are 3 separate shots in this trailer that all seem to take place in the same location. The shots of Optimus Prime and Bumblebee transforming, as well as RC waving to Elena. It looks like this will be a moment of the film when the main Autobots all meet up for the first time, which is seemingly solidified by Elena being in disbelief when seeing RC. And lastly, number 10. The opening tagline for the trailer is, "For millions of years, our world has transformed, but something else has awakened." After transitioning immediately to Optimus Primal, you would think that it'd be referencing the Maximals, but since they probably came from the future, I don't think they would be awakening. My guess? This is actually talking about Unicron awakening after the events of the last night. Now let's dissect this for a second. The world has transformed over millions of years. If we relate the second part of the sentence, "something else has awakened," back to the statement of the world transforming, it can be inferred that something else within our world is transforming, something else has awakened. Well, what's inside our world that began to awaken in the Michael Bay series? Unicron. So there you have it, 10 things you probably missed when watching the Transformers Rise of the Beast trailer. Did you spot anything else? Let me know in the comment section below, and also make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.